Hey guys, Rick with Rally Sport Direct here. In front of me, I have the Mishimoto oil cooler specific for the 2015 WRX. Behind me, I've got our 2015 WRX, which means I'm gonna be installing this on our car today. And I'm very excited, but first, let's go ahead and go over what's included in this kit. So first of all, of course, you've got the Mishimoto pamphlet. It includes some of their other items that they carry, which is always very cool, and a ready to install sheet. Now, especially with an item like this, I would always recommend going online, watching their video, reading their write-up on how to install this, just to make sure you're very familiar with it and to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. But really, this shouldn't be that bad, mainly because Mishimoto makes these products to be a direct bolt-on, so there shouldn't be any crazy modifications we have to make, so which is always good. Let's go ahead and start with, the oil cooler itself. 19-row bar end plate oil cooler. This thing is a thing of beauty, and you can see the big Mishimoto logo there on the front. Now, Mishimoto says this should lower temps by about 25 degrees Fahrenheit, and I would believe it. Oil temperature is always a killer in any car, whether you're taking it out to the track or you're just being very aggressive with it on a warm summer's day. High oil temps can just basically wreak havoc on an engine, and so anything you can do to keep oil temperatures down is always going to be a good thing. And so again, I kind of get excited with these oil coolers. So big, efficient cooler itself. Stainless steel lines with fittings already installed. Everything is pre-cut to length, so we're not having to cut and press on fittings or anything like that. And of course, you've got these beautiful 90-degree aluminum fittings. Our sandwich plate adapter. Now this is going to go basically where the oil filter goes. This goes there and the oil filter goes on top there, and then if you've got this fitting as well, or I guess I should say threaded insert, that will help with the install. All the hardware we're gonna need and the brackets, and that's it. Everything's cut to length, everything's gonna be a direct bolt on. This beautiful adapter is actually specifically designed for the 2015 WRX to give ample clearance for the oil filter. You can still utilize the OEM oil filter, which is great. And so I'm excited to get this thing installed. I'm guessing we're probably gonna be, maybe 2 or 3 hours for the install. Maybe not, maybe it'll go a little bit quicker. But either way, I'll touch on the install after, once I do a kind of a post-review video for you guys. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's get started. Hey guys, so we've just installed the Mishimoto oil cooler on our 2015 WRX, and I really wanted to go over with you guys the installation and kind of the fit and finish and my overall thoughts of this kit. First of all, wow, it was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be to install. Realistically, I was thinking, okay, this is gonna take me, 3 or 4 hours, taking off the bumper, routing these lines. It was so incredibly simple. Mishimoto basically made it so everything bolts up very easily. The lines are run in a very simple way, basically underneath the headlight right here, and down into the front bumper. And so taking off the bumper was easy. Installing the sandwich plate itself was incredibly easy. Running the lines was incredibly easy. Everything's cut and ready to basically mount up. So you're not having to modify anything. You're not having to, mess with oil lines or anything like that. It's very, very simple. So overall, probably took me about an hour and a half to install. Realistically, you could probably do it at home in about the same amount of time because I was taking my sweet time on it. Fit and finish, everything fit just like stock, just like I would expect it to fit. Again, I was pleasantly surprised with how tight, I shouldn't say that, how nice those lines were run in. It's like almost like the car was built to have oil lines running up in this fashion, because once you get everything installed, you're like, wow, I don't even need to, secure these lines in any way, shape, or form. Everything's kind of just where it needs to be. So that was very pleasant, to say the least. And performance-wise, Mishimoto says it should lower the temps by about 25 degrees, and I would believe it. We should be able to go out and have some fun with this car, and we can kind of test that a little bit. But for right now, all I've done is just start up the car, went for a quick drive, just make sure everything's secure and leak-free, and everything is good to go. So I'm very happy with that, and it just looks fantastic. So overall, very happy. Would I recommend it? Yes. Now, if you're driving a bone stock WRX, you could probably still do it. It's not going to be the end of the world one way or the other. But if you do decide that you want to take the car out to the track, you do drive very aggressively, especially in a in a warmer environment, I would highly recommend an oil cooler. Oil temps can be the death of an engine, and you always want to keep oil temps within control, and the Mishimoto oil cooler is a great way to do that. But anyway, that's all the time we've got for you. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. We'll keep on updating you on this car. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.